Hey everybody. Okay, so I've got right now my whole frame assembly is done. So I was wondering what to do for a little bit. I was planning on getting it powder coated. I decided to not powder coat it. There's a couple bushings in the frame I'll show you. They are located right there. There's one and then there's another one on the other side. So all of the powder coating shops I talked to, it's just not a great experience. Really didn't really seem like they even wanted my business, to be honest. Really unhelpful. Wouldn't even touch it with the bushings in it. Okay, understandable. Unable to help me take them out. I tried taking them out myself. Didn't really want to. It was actually quite difficult and I got nowhere with it and I didn't want to do damage. So and then I thought, well, I'm gonna have to buy new bushings if I get these pressed out. I'm gonna have to pay someone to press them out, and then I'm gonna have to pay to have it sandblasted because none of the powder coating places had sandblasting or even offered it. So it's a separate business, a separate trip. And then the powder coating itself was $150, $160. That was probably 4 or 5 different places. And I think they just didn't want to powder coat it at all. And I think that's why they charge that much money. That seems a bit much to me. You know, 50, 60 bucks I think is probably reasonable for that. In any case, I decided to just spray bomb it and use Ruckus and then throw some clear coat on it to give it some gloss and hopefully some durability. It's not going to be withstanding a ton of abuse anyways. It's just a cigarette. So that being said, I have also painted my frame, front half of the frame. You can see I went with the wrinkle black, as you guys already know. And I also, with my motor, decided to do a bit more of like stone color because I figured with the CVT cover, there's gonna be a lot of gloss black in that area on that wheel setup. So I think the stone black is actually gonna be a pretty handsome look. I think it's gonna offset all the gloss black really nicely. So I'm going to start piecing together the frame bits again, start to resemble a motorcycle, moped once again, and then I will probably start, I don't know, bits and pieces, just start getting it back together. So I'm kind of excited about it. Okay, so here we go. Okay guys, I just want to show you how the finished product came out here with my frame. The grinding that I did, all of the tab removal, and I'm hoping that I don't find out that I need any certain tab. Pretty sure it's all what I need. Anywho, you can see it's so much more streamlined, and the spray job actually turned out pretty good. I think I'm actually quite satisfied. I mean, you can see some imperfections along here. I didn't do the perfect job grinding it, but you know what? I don't really care. This is totally good enough for me. And I think unless I point it out to people, I don't think anyone's really gonna notice. There's gonna be a lot of other stuff here that people will be looking at, not just quality of the spray on the frame. It's like, there's more to it than that. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, moving on. So this plate is, it's kind of difficult. My holes are very tight, and to mount the plate on the underside is actually quite challenging. These got to line up just right. So I'm just gonna loosen these off and get a better shot at it. That one's okay. This guy, yeah, it's going. But this guy at the end, that third bolt, you can see my hole isn't perfectly lined up. I don't want to have to ream it out more. I want to try and keep as much as I can in there. We'll see. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so I'm not gonna go ham on this. I definitely want to lock, focus. Come on, focus. I definitely want to Loctite this when I'm done, but just for now, I want to have it kinda snug / tight, but I'm not gonna go crazy just yet. Oh, that's got a tight little spot there. Not a lot of clearance. You can just kind of see that. Okay. Man, the boys are working today. You can hear them trucks out there. There's a lot of action today. A lot of things going on in this fine city of Surrey. So, tighten these. Make it nice and snug. And let's get to it. Okay guys, I've got the frame mounted together, mated, and I put the motor mount on, and a couple little things that I noticed with this is this for the top new shock mount relocation. It's got like a fork on the front, and it goes over the rear part of the frame. Let's see if I can get this to focus and show you a little better. So because I've been spray painting this and adding coats on, it actually was really tough to get on, and it had to scratch the paint quite a bit and remove some of it even, so that's okay, I can live with that. But and this bolt on the top here, I thought the bolt that came with the kit was for it, but it's not. It's actually going to be for the top of the shock. And so I also ran into this issue. Let's see if I can get it from underneath. So this bolt for my 8-inch bar length, you know what, you can see there's very little room here, so I you know, I don't have the 90-degree Allen key that I can stick it in this one side and then with the socket. And if I flip it, the socket is too big to fit. You know what? I'll just do a little test run and show you, because maybe I'm wrong. I don't know everything, as hard as that may be to believe. But yeah, you know, you can see even it's not gonna work out. So even if I flip it, it's too much. So I have to get that 90-degree thing to flipperoni, but I'll visit that a little bit later. You can see here the shot on the motor mount that it's off. It's pushing the motor out to the left. That's how you want to mount it. And I can pretty much go ahead and start to tighten those down. So I can mount my motor now that it's all dried up and kind of ready to be bolted to something again. Let me show you this too. I picked up the other day. Got my Douglas rim. It's 12-inch diameter, 10 inches wide. So it's got the 5 and 3 offset. So that's the 5-inch, and then that's the 3-inch. I have 4 by 137. That's or 136. You can actually buy this factory. Oh, hi, it's me. You can buy this from the factory, 4 by 136. And in my what's it called? The kit that I have, the Mojo Customs kit. It comes with a hub that's already drilled to 4 by 136. So these actually match. I don't have to do any drilling myself, which is really nice. So I'm gonna paint that at some point, and I'm very particular about getting you powder coated. So still hunting around for any decent powder coater that can actually do it. Everyone's been kind of a jerk, to be honest. They're being really difficult. There's very few places around here that can actually do everything together. So I'm just still hunting for the right place. I still got a lot to do with the bike before, you know, I'm ready to mount the wheel as much as I do want to mount it. I'm going to take my front tire off the rim and get that powder coated so that they actually match. I don't want to just spray bomb it. And other than that, I think I'm ready to dry fit mount the motor. I'm just gonna do it and see if there's anything. I can't think of anything that I have to do right now. All the wiring and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna try it right now. Okay, for those who are wondering, yes, my foot hurts from stubbing it. And also, I just want to point out, I heard once I was watching another video and they did mention that your Ruckus, when you're mounting this kit, your motor should be plane. Like it should be on the same plane as your frame. It shouldn't be like twisted one way or another. So I just put this up on blocks, and you know what, I wish I did this before, but I didn't think of it, and I think it's more work to take the bolt out again than to just, this should be behind here in that space. You can see this is where it mounts up to, but I did not do that. So I'll just get to it in a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna mount the rear shock now. Okay, this is dry fit. I just kind of finger threaded it in there. You can see the little hub. And this is, let's see how the offset looks. That looks perfectly centered. That's very good. And there's not a lot of clearance there. And depending on my tire, like that's not gonna be a lot of clearance either. Yeah, it's pretty tight, but that's what you want. Nice tight fitment. So yeah, yeehaw. It's pretty good look. I'm quite happy with that. We'll see how it all fits together once the tire's mounted and all that jazz. So yeah, pretty cool. It's coming together. It's like not too crazy far off here, so that's how far back it's stretched. It's like a little bit, not like a crazy amount, but I don't want a big stretch. You know, personally, I would have loved to have seen this bike with even less of a stretch. I would really have liked, I mean, that would create, you would need to do quite a bit of custom work. Yeah, you'd have to do some, like you'd have to make a new one of those and then get a shorter bar, and I don't know about the motor mount itself, but yeah, man. Okay, so I'm just about out of time for now to work on this, but I think I got a pretty good amount done today. I'll just leave it like this. Gonna go get some more washers and yeah. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll deal with the front forks or get the front tire removed. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll chat with you later.